I'm running late because I overslept. I will tell you that. I will tell you that after a second. Let me get my music into my talking place for a minute. Hey, I'm really late mood. Y'all let my friend out here. All right, thank you. Have a good day. Don't act like y'all know I don't be always having my stuff together. Stop playing with me. Anyway, I know I already told y'all I have tons of videos I need to upload. I haven't stopped doing my vlogs and talking about different topics because we got some topics that's real serious that we need to talk about. And you already know if I'm not giving you direct contact, that's because, as you know, I'm in my mobile office. So anyway, the reason why, again, you haven't heard from me in a minute, as you already know, when I'm down and out, it's just because I'm sick and physically sick, not mentally or emotionally, but physically sick. But sometimes it can get mental or emotional because, as I shared with you guys before, I have what is called intentional. If y'all have already looked it up and figured out and laughed at me, go ahead because I'm gonna keep saying it. Internal lung disease, along with connective tissue disease, which I just found out those are one and the same, along as autoimmune deficiency, and there was one more she said. But other than that, but as I explained, oh, and for those who are new and haven't known what my, just go back and look at some of the other videos I explained, but I don't have a problem explaining to you today. It's, excuse my, if I'm trying to heat up the car as I'm driving. So anyway, connective lung, connective, no, I'm putting them all together. Connective tissue disorder or disease slash internal lung disease. Those two, one and the same for what I understood because I went to my doctor and I was just basically like, yo, can you just scrape the water because I'm getting fed up. I wasn't big, I wasn't happy or like jolly, which I'm not always go lucky jolly. You know, it's time to just quiet, but like this, I was just, I don't want to say moody because then y'all gonna right think like, oh my god, she got mood disorder or something. No, but when you don't get a lot of sleep, and that what was going on with me. Remember I told you with those symptoms that I have where I'm very fatigued, body aches and pains, feel like I want to throw up, losing my appetite, literally not wanting to eat, which makes you weak, throwing up, all this and the third are part of what is called the connective tissue disorder, lung disease, and now I got rheumatoid disease. So those symptoms make you sick. It physically drains me, my body aches, and I just really don't want to do nothing. And then along with that, like I said, with the fatigue, I've gained insomnia again. And if anyone has insomnia, you know, like that just like totally just, you're exhausted. So because I haven't slept for literally, because it started Christmas, after Christmas, when my stuff started acting back up, my symptoms, and they are have related to COVID. But sometimes I'm just so sick. Every time I want to go to the doctor, they always make it seem like, oh, you gotta get COVID. I don't have COVID. Trust me, I know. I've had COVID. I've had COVID with my shots and booster. Okay, I've had COVID, so I think I know the difference between that tightening of the chest, all that. So with that being said, like I don't want to talk about. I'm agitated. I'm annoyed, and then like I said, on top of that, not getting no sleep. That adds more. You know, that it just adds more to the fire. So that's why I had stopped doing it. But at the same time, I was still making moves. I got more merch that I'm creating and designing, and I'm coming back to do that. And was still doing on the book, still in publishing, but a lot of that just had to stop because I was just physically and mentally tired and hurting. So I finally went to the doctor. We got it straight. So we're gonna go get a second opinion. Which means they're probably gonna take a study. So it's probably gonna be an all-day testing or overnight testing. I'm going to be doing a sleep study to find out what it is that's supposed to be not to sleep. And I'm going to take a CT scan to make sure nothing else has progressed since I've been sick off and on. And at first I was like, no, I don't do hospitals because that's what we have always put in our head because of, not blaming my mom, but we just don't do hospitals. Like we will really go to the pain before we go to the doctor. Like it's got to be nearly like life or death, like that situation before that ended me in the hospital. But and you read more about it when the book is published, but I did share some things with you, and that is my testimony, and that is what made me also establish more of a real relationship with Christ. And I'm still doing it daily. I learn daily. I make mistakes daily. I don't want y'all to think like, oh, when you do that, like when you give your life to Christ, this is when the battle truly begins. I mean, the battle's already started. It has. Because you're not supposed to be where you're supposed to be at now. You're not supposed to achieve what you achieve now. You're not supposed to be great and see yourself great and see yourself in a life as you are now. But once you really give your life to Christ, oh, you best to believe the warfare goes on popping and strong and everything. So, so back to the story of that. So I had said, if I'm supposed to be changing the narrative of my legacy that my mom has started, I can't think like her. I can't be like her. Now, don't get me wrong. Excuse me for doing that. Don't get me wrong. My mom was a warrior, awesome, for the Lord, everything. And even when she was not feeling good, and how I feel is only half of what she endured. But she kept pushing on. She kept pursuing. She kept making moves. She kept doing Christ's work, even to our last day. And I said, I am not my mother. I'm going to go to the hospital. And I'm going to get this stuff done. It's better to know than to not know. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at. So we got tests coming up with there. So I'm coming back. So like I'm letting you know, I apologize if I've been gone long. I know people be asking like, yo, Trisha, what's up? What's going on? Ruby, what's up? Where are you at? Where are you going to start to talk about some more content? I got to do the best I can with what I got. Guys, I am so late. I was been working out. I jumped up, and I'm going to tell you why I jumped up. So, like I said, I went to the doctor, and when I went to the doctor, basically the doctor, I basically told her, she finally realized that, I haven't been like myself. I've been real moody because I used to go in there joking, smiling, but I'm not joking and smiling no more. Because it's nothing to joke or smile about when you're exhausted. To the point, like, it took everything in me not to, like, cut up or mess up in class. So, I finally went there and I told her, so finally she put me on some sleep medication. But then here you go. Sleep medication, it will help you sleep. It's also a mood stabilizer, which I don't need. I just needed some sleep. So that's why I'm moody. Duh. And it will help with your appetite. So I tell her, okay, that's good and dandy, but I don't have a mood disorder or disability. I'm not bipolar. I'm letting y'all know I'm not bipolar. But as I always say, everyone is bipolar. Everybody has a little bipolarism in them. It's just you got some who need extra help getting to turn it off, and you just got some who just know how to turn it off automatically. But I was like, of course I'm gonna be agitated, and moody. I haven't gotten sleep for over 2.5 weeks. Yeah, figure that. And if I do tell you I got 2.5 out of 2.5 weeks of sleep, but the insomnia was way before then, but it was kicking in full throttle to the point that I couldn't sleep, and I still had to get up and go to work. And I'm getting up because I can't sleep and clean in my house. Yeah. And getting up. it was like, Lord, just give me an hour to get some sleep. Or Lord, just give me the strength to make it through the day. And I still do that daily. Oh my God, that's lucky some more, y'all, because I really need that. But anyway, so she gave me that, and I was like, but how do you expect me to get some? I mean, no, I said, okay, I get that. Mood, I ain't worried about that because I know it was not that. I control my mood. But then, too, I was like, you telling me it's going to help me with my appetite because I lost my appetite. But then at the same time, if I eat, like I'm supposed to eat behind this pill, then y'all going to be fussing at me that I'm gaining weight. So which one do you want? Right. So long story short, I've been on it for 3 days. I felt so great because I got some sleep. I never been talking to people know the difference in me. Because yeah, I got to sleep for 8 hours straight. So then this morning I slept through, but I woke up at 5 o'clock. I was like, oh boy, here we go. So I was like, did I take the medicine too early, or did I get up and drink something that caused me to wake up? Which I got up and drunk something sweet, which I probably shouldn't have. And I had my water bottle, and I totally forgot about my water bottle. So I was up until about 6:30. And I was like, okay, if I fall asleep about that, I still got an hour. So I laid back down. Thought I was watching TV. Apparently I overslept. Then I didn't set my alarm. So of course when I didn't set my alarm, guess what happened, y'all? I dozed off, woke up 8:15, and I'm like, oh no, because I'm supposed to be up at 7:20 so I can get ready. So that's the reason why I'm late and I'm rushing now. So now I am driving into the parking lot of my job behind this car who wants to be creeping, and I'm gonna have to jump out and go clock in and then come back. So with that, I'm going to tell you guys, stay tuned for part 2. And y'all have a good rest of the day. Say a quick prayer to get you through the day, and keep praying throughout the day for health and strength, because that's what I do. And once again, I am your host with the mostest, Ruby Leticia, or aka Ruby Tisha, your warrior bride commander. Y'all command y'all day, change the narrative, love yourself, because there's no one who's gonna love you better than love yourself other than the Most High. And y'all have a great day. Bye.